Hello, gorgeous Gemini moons. And what a pleasure it is for me to do this reading for the full moon in Pisces. And honestly, full moon in Pisces is one of my absolute favorite energies to work with. Pisces is my north node, and so that's why I'm so drawn to it, of course. And also, it's just this divine, dreamy energy. And, you know, of course, it always does have a shadow side. We can also get a little bit lost in those dreamlands in an escapist way. So it is very, very important for us, very important for us to be making sure that we're utilizing those dreams in powerful ways, in empowering ways, and bringing them into reality. And the Virgo sun really is going to help us to do this. It's that beautiful practical energy. And of course, Geminis, you're super intellectual, you're really great at making plans, although sometimes you can get a little bit lost in just running with it. So I'd really like for you to do some grounding. Wow. A lot of the same cards keep coming up, of course. Okay, so we have some extra cards for you compared to the other readings so far, at least. Alright, so we have a lot of amazing aspects coming up this month. I'm going to put some beautiful links at the bottom for you to check out some astrologers. I'm not an astrologer, but I do love astrology. The cards is really what I'm about. And yeah, so I do suggest you have a look at some of the astrological aspects as well. There's lots of trines. This is very positive. And there's a lot of portals opening up in terms of healing energy. And so here we get general energies for you. Unity, 3 of fire, 10 of fire, 3 of water. And unity, it's really about the need to connect with like-minded individuals and the need to build new structures and systems. Quite often this card can be talking about already standing structures, but I really feel like so many of these structures are just being dismantled right now. And it really is about starting new ones. And of course, many of the newer systems and structures are already being built, and it's really powerful if you can become a part of this. I'm sure you already are. And with the 3 of fire energy, we have abundance. Things are looking very good. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans. So use that Virgo sun energy that's coming through for you right now, and of course your amazing intellectual powers, to be able to look to the long term, and of course this Piscean energy of being able to dream about a better future. And then with the 10 of fire, it's saying too much work and that you need to accept some help from others. So guys, the projects that you're dreaming of, they're so big. They are not individual projects, and I really encourage you to connect with like-minded beings and find those people who are going to build this with you. You do not exist in a vacuum. You exist as a part of this collective, and finding your collective, finding your spaces where you can build and be a part of a community and build something meaningful together and allow your dreams to overlay and overlap. This is what's going to help you. Maybe you're just feeling very bogged down with work right now and there is too much going on, and maybe you need to outsource some of the work you're doing. You don't need to do it all alone. And then the 3 of water is talking about a celebration. It could be a graduation, it could be a wedding, it could be a birthday, or an announcement of someone who's going to have a baby, pregnancy, these kinds of things. And it's also this encouragement of you need to have some more fun. And in terms of there's been too much work, why don't you just take a day off and maybe go and be in the nature, or go have a beach day? But find a little bit of lightheartedness as well, because it's not all about slaving away. In fact, this idea of work, 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 work is very much a part of this old, stale, capitalist, colonial kind of thinking, this industrial revolution kind of thinking. All of these things are very interconnected. And this idea that we must slave away 9 to 5, blah, 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 in order to achieve anything. But in order to bring ourselves into this space of heart-centered living, we really need to also honor our bodies, honor our spirits, and place as much importance upon that as the work. Of course, I'm not saying that this should be out of balance either. I'm not saying spend all day in meditation and having naps, but balance that work out with maybe you need a 10-minute power nap. Naps can be very productive as well. And then the quality of those hours that you're putting in will be so much better. So in terms of the energies leading up to the full moon for you guys, we have very romantic energies coming through. We have the Knight of Cups and the Four of Wands. And the Knight of Cups is talking, it's the knight in shining armor. It's this romantic and loving and kind and dreamy kind of soul coming through. And of course, what is gender anyway, guys? Of course, this knight can be a female. This knight can be anyone. It doesn't need to be gender specific here. So we're just talking about this very loving energy coming through. And paired with the Four of Wands, the Four of Wands really talks about a proposal, a romantic proposal. Maybe you're going to move in with a loved one. Maybe you're starting a new relationship. Maybe you're starting a new relationship with yourself and you're really tapping into those self-loving energies, because you know what? Some of you guys are not actually ready for your dream relationship yet because you're not loving yourselves enough. And so if that's resonating with you and you need to do more of the self-love, please tap into that divine, loving energy coming through for you right now, because maybe you need to be your own knight in shining armor. But of course, for those of you in relationships, there's definitely this possibility of proposal, which of course could be wedding, but we don't need to be stuck in these old systems such as marriage, although of course if you want to do that, that's also fine. Not to speak down on it, or, you know, different strokes, different folks. And maybe you are going to move country with this person. Maybe it's time for you to have children. Any form of romantic proposal. And again, if you're needing to tap into that self-love story, why don't you make a romantic proposal to yourself? And make that commitment to maybe just give yourself 1 hour a day. And with that hour, you could do all sorts of things. You could just go for a little walk. You could sit and meditate. You could just sit outside with the flowers. You could play with your pets if you have pets. Just something where you are expressing love and being conscious about generating love for yourself. And this is also a very important practice even if you are in a relationship, because we can't be expecting and needing that kind of affirmation and love just from our partners. We need to give that to ourselves. We need to come together as two whole, perfect, complete, loving human beings who are then just uplifting each other and encouraging each other on those self-healing, self-growing journeys. You know, it's about being that support for each other, yes, but not needing that support, also being that support for yourself. In terms of the energy that is around the full moon for you, we have the Emperor card with the Six of Swords. This Emperor card is so strong. It is so stable. It is so powerful. The Emperor knows what they want. The Emperor is strong enough to do the things that needs to be done in order to protect their kingdom. And the Emperor knows how to have a very far vision. They know how to set those very far goals. But they're also wise enough to release those visions to Spirit, because Spirit can see better and will often up you on it, and can therefore prevent the disappointment that it doesn't turn out exactly the way you visualized it, knowing full well that actually it's better. And this is paired with that Six of Swords energy. And the Six of Swords energy is really a release. It's a walking away, a leaving behind of the past, a releasing of old energies, old aches and pains that no longer serve you. And of course, when I say aches and pains in this way, I really mean it in terms of the aches and pains that you're feeling in your body are actually, they're kind of like little spikes stuck in your aura, which are like, they're like emotional knots. They're past traumas. They're things you're carrying around. They're unforgivenesses. And so it's through letting go. Forgiveness, very much the same energy as letting go. Because forgiveness is really, it's not saying, oh, I condone what you did. Because we obviously don't condone that kind of behavior. But it just means, it's okay, I let it go. I choose to no longer let it affect me. I choose to not carry it around anymore. I choose to release. It is safe and it is okay for you guys to let go. It is safe and it is okay for you to walk away from a situation that is not serving you. You have the strength. You have the vision. You are able to perceive things right now. At this time, the intuitive guidance that is coming through to you is very potent and powerful. I need you to listen to those intuitions. If something is really repeatedly not working, let it go. If an old emotion keeps coming up repeatedly, continue to breathe through it and let it go. Please don't get frustrated by the process, because I know for some of you, and I've definitely been there, and there are certainly some things I'm still letting go of. Sometimes we have to do it more than once. Sometimes we go, oh, okay, I release this thing from my past. I forgive all these people. And we go through the ritual, and then later something triggers us and it brings up those same emotions again, and we realize actually we haven't fully let it go. Don't get frustrated by this. It's okay. Your frustration is not going to serve you. Just breathe again and go, it's okay. I release. I accept where I am. Right now is a very, 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 very powerful time for you, in terms of being able to have the strength and have that vision and have that discernment about what it is that's no longer serving you and what you need to release. Please do that work, guys. And then in terms of what is happening for you past the full moon, we have the unknown card with the Six of Wands. And, you know, lately I've been interpreting this unknown card as this fear of the unknown, but because of the way things have fallen here for you, I really am not getting the sense of fear for you guys around this full moon at all. I feel like while there has been a lot of collective fear, and while you guys certainly have had fears and fearful feelings, and maybe some of you are still feeling the fear, I'm really feeling this sense for you right now of stepping into your power and feeling brave enough to release those old versions of yourself. And this unknown card is just coming through to say, there's something that needs to unfold, and therefore a decision that will need to be made. And so there is a big unknown aspect about what's going to happen. There's a surprise coming. And maybe it's just because the energies don't actually want to tell you about it yet. They want it to be a surprise. But it is linked with the Six of Wands energy. And the Six of Wands energy is about victory. It's about achievement. It's about accomplishment. So it's quite an exciting energy. So please do move through this full moon with this knowing that it's safe to let go, so that you can just step into this newness and this exciting new energy. And things are really materializing so fast right now. The unknown card really is coming up a lot because we're all busy collectively creating the new future, and it's so important for us to be consciously doing so, and doing so from the aspect of light. It really is our responsibilities as light workers to step into that role of creating these futures. And so we don't really know how things are going to turn out exactly, but we do have some power in manifesting and being a part of that change and using our energies in the right ways and stepping forward bravely, doing our healing work, tapping into those spiritual realms, honoring ourselves. I'm very excited for you guys about all the achievements, the victories, the healing. Thank you for being a part of this process. If you guys enjoyed that, I really hope you'll hit subscribe. If you haven't already, of course a lot of you have. And I also do a live session on Instagram every Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. at LunAscention. And that's GMT +2 South African time. And I would love to see you there. Of course, it's a lot more immediate than these pre-recorded, very general readings. I'm really just reading for the people coming into those virtual spaces. And yeah, I'm very, very, very excited about this process. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for being on this journey. With love.